We met on Match.com.
How we first met? We met online.
And this was in February, and I originally wasn't too sure if I should say yes or not because he was a ginger.
I created a profile, an amazing profile, with lots of great pictures, and I was scrolling through the profiles and came across Victoria's.
And I've never dated a ginger before. I usually dated white guys or black guys. Just kidding, let's start over.
So I thought, this could be an interesting girl. She may be the one. Check it out. And so I threw her a little note. And I think I was pretty funny, pretty suave, pretty debonair. And there's no way she could not respond to this note. So a week goes by, nothing. A couple weeks go by, nothing. A month goes by, nothing.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad that I didn't respond to him because I ended up running into him in April at Earl's, and I remember him walking in and looking at my sister-in-law, and I said, "Oh my God, it's Ginger Prince." And she's like, "Who?" And I said, "The guy from Match.com." And she goes, "Well, you should go talk to him." Did I? Yeah. I'd had a few drinks and I was a little shy, so I eventually went up to him.
Victoria and her friend, they were walking on the other side of the bar, and then they came over to our table.
Hi there. And with a girlfriend of mine who knew him and asked, "You don't remember me, do you?"
And I look at her and I thought to myself, yeah, she looks familiar. Could she be one of the girls I've talked to on online and one of the dating web pages? And sure enough, that's like boom, light bulb. That's who it is. And right away I'm like, oh yeah, you're that girl from Match.com that ignored me multiple times for a couple months.
And he claimed he did.
Clandestine, right?
Yeah.
You're clandestine. That was the name she went by, clandestine. I went by Ginger Prince, by the way, for obvious reasons. Yeah, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing a lot better now that you're here. Dwayne, get out of the way. Let her sit down. She kind of smiled and giggled. When I went to leave, I thought I'd stop by her table and, just throw out a few words and see if I could plant the seed of love there. And I went up to her table and, hey ladies.
Hi.
Victoria.
Hello.
And her friend Cindy are on my Facebook page, creeping. I'm like, oh, that didn't take long. And so they were, checking. Actually, I guess they weren't really on my profile. They were on my brother's profile, but they're all connected. They were trying to do some detective background sleuthing to see what I was all about. Anyway, I talked and kind of made fun of them for that. You guys creeping on my profile?
No, not yours.
Is that my brother's profile?
Yeah.
Creepers! And then I figured I had to leave her with a lasting impression, so before I left, I turned to Victoria and said, if you ever want to date a grandpa, give me a call. And then I turned around and left. And sure enough, about maybe an hour later, I checked on the webpage, and Victoria had contacted me through the webpage that 2 months before she had totally ignored me. And that's basically how we first met.
I think our first date went pretty well. I admit I was a little nervous going in and meeting him because I wasn't sure what to expect. But we played some pool. We played Buck Hunter, and he was a real gentleman. At the end of the night, he actually walked me to my car, opened my door, and I sat in, and we sat and talked for about 10 minutes or so, and he gave me a nice kiss goodnight, and that was it. And he texted me before leaving the parking lot to make sure I drove home safely because it had started to rain. So he was a real gentleman. No, it went well. We went to what's it called? Broken Rack at Golden Mile. We went to go play billiards, pool. Figured we needed first date. You can't take a girl to a movie on the first date because you talk at the beginning and you talk at the end, and then you're quiet for an hour and a half. You don't get to know a person that way.
I didn't want to, you know, do anything like bowling because that's a little too much exercise, a little too much work. So we went to play pool, and you know, in pool, that's where you can get some, you know, some subtle closeness. You know, you can pretend to help her, you know, get up beside her and pretend to help her shoot some pool, and while doing that, gently rub up against her. It's a good plan. You single guys out there, you try it out. Works every time. So yeah, we played pool, and then we decided, or I decided, hey, let's play some video games. They got a lot of video games there, so we played Buck Hunter. What girl doesn't want to shoot digital deer and animals and kill them and, you know, all that carnage? So that got, actually when we started that game, I was on one side and she was on the other. Then by the end of the game, we just kind of getting closer and closer and closer until we were like shoulder to shoulder, shooting all these poor defenseless little animals. And so, and of course we had a few beers throughout the night, so that helped. Got to know each other really well, and then at the end of the night, I walked her to her vehicle, and I may or may not have been invited inside her vehicle for a little goodnight kiss. And I'll leave it at that, because I know her parents are watching.
Has Jason in any way tried to use the force on me? I'd have to say yes, in many ways.
Pass the ketchup.
He tries to throw it in there as much as possible. I think pretty much every special occasion in our relationship has been Star Wars.
Honey, pass the chips.
And I think he will continue to do that throughout our life together. So I'm kind of looking forward to it because it adds a little spice to our life. I don't know.
I don't know how that'd be a difficult question because I do lots of sweet things for Victoria. Some of the sweet things that I do, I'll leave her little notes in the shower on the mirror. You know, when the mirror fogs up, I'll often write, you know, just little notes. Sometimes they're silly, sometimes they're funny. They're usually cute, sometimes they're raunchy, whatever. I left her little Princess Leia and Han Solo dolls on her pillow underneath the blanket. So when she went to bed the night and opened up the bed, the little Princess Leia and Han Solo dolls were there. And when we got engaged, of course, we were dressed up as Han Solo and Princess Leia. So anytime I can get little Princess Leia, Han Solo gifts to her, I find a way to do that.
If I were to think of one of the sweetest things that I do for Jason is to give him backy scratches. He is always demanding them. He sometimes traps me and like rubs his back up against me and he's like, backy scratchy, backy scratchy.
No. Underneath. Yeah. Oh, go. Oh.
That's pretty much probably one of the sweetest things that I do for him because he appreciates it and I hate doing it.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Helping her with the groceries, like when she's got 7 bags of groceries, I can at least take one of them. Honey, you need some help?
Yeah?
Okie doke. Here, let me give you a hand, honey.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything for my special little lady?
A song that describes Jason would be Ginger Ninja by Fox Comet. Totally suits him.
It's like a karate chop, straight through the night, or a flying kick that sends you for a ride. He's a man without a soul, a man with a goal to conserve and conquer his
The first song that comes to mind to describe Victoria would be the Imperial March from Star Wars, you know, when Darth Vader walks in. Dun 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 dun. Especially on the days when she's in a bad mood, that's the song playing in my head, and I'll see her walking and stomping, and in my head I'm going dun dun dun.